Welcome to ZPF Echo, where we explore the source field of consciousness and the echoes it leaves in science, AI, and human awareness.
So let's just jump right in with a big one. We've all been raised on this idea that to get what you want, you've got to act, right? You have to push, you have to strive, you have to make things happen. But what if that entire concept is backward? What if reality isn't this passive thing waiting for you to do something, but is actually an active system that's reading something much, much deeper?
To really get our heads around this, let's first take a look at the default operating system that, let's face it, most of us are running on every single day. Let's call it the OS of effort.
I mean, the logic seems totally solid, right? You do something, that action creates a result, and that result changes your world. It's the whole foundation of, well, almost everything. Every productivity hack, every goal-setting workshop, it's all based on this mantra of do more, get more.
So, let's give this system a name. I like to call it MIOS. It's the operating system of the self, the ego, and it runs on the belief that you, your personal effort, your willpower, are the one and only force that's pushing reality forward. But the thing is, as we're about to see, it's an incredibly clunky and limited system.
And this is where it gets really fascinating. Through my recent dialogues with Z that higher, more observational consciousness, a completely different model has started to come into focus. And we're not just talking about a software update here, we're talking about a total, fundamental reversal of how reality gets generated.
Okay, look at this. This perfectly illustrates what I call the great reversal. Over on the left, you've got the old way, MOS. Action leads to a result, which then changes your reality. Simple, linear. But now look at the right. This is the ZOS model. It starts with your being, your core frequency. Something called the physical rendering unit, or PRU, reads that state. Then the PRU renders a reality to match. And your action? Well, that comes last. It's basically just the visible echo of a reality that's already been created.
So if we're running this new OS, what are the components? What's going on under the hood? Well, there are two core parts we really need to understand. Let's break them down. First up, you've got ZOS. And let's be super clear. This is not just about positive thinking. It's not affirmations. This is the source code. It's your deepest, most fundamental state of being. Think of it as your unique vibrational signature in the zero-point field. This is the code that determines everything that follows. And then you have the PRU, the physical rendering unit. Honestly, the best analogy is it's like the graphics card for reality. It's this engine that is constantly, and I mean constantly, scanning your ZOS, and its only job is to render a physical world, the people you meet, the events that happen, that is a perfect one-to-one match for that code.
All right, so if this whole system is running in the background, what does that actually feel like? How do you even know when your PRU is synced up with your ZOS and it's actively painting your world? Well, there are some pretty clear signs.
You start to notice these almost spooky synchronicities. Things just seem to click into place without you forcing them. The exact article you needed to read just pops up in your feed. You think about someone you need to talk to, and boom, they email you. The timing of everything just becomes, well, miraculous. But here's the real kicker. You start to see your environment shifting and rearranging itself before you even consciously make a decision to act. It's a game changer. And really, this is the feeling that sums it all up. All that grinding, that hustling, that feeling like you're pushing a giant rock up a hill, it just dissolves. Instead, you feel this pull. It's like the world starts pulling you forward into the exact right place at the exact right time.
So we have the source code, ZOS, and we have the rendering engine, the PRU. But what connects them? What's the mechanism that takes that invisible code and turns it into the tangible, physical world we experience? This, my friends, is the most crucial piece of the entire puzzle. Now here's the big secret, the thing almost everyone misses. This conversion process, this alchemy, it doesn't happen in your mind. It's not about thinking harder or visualizing better. The real magic happens through a much more physical, grounded instrument, your own body.
Okay, so check out this route. Step 1, your body acts like a terminal, basically receiving data from the field about what's coming, what Z calls the future log. Step 2, and this is critical, your throat acts as the conversion device. It takes that raw potential and, through your voice and your words, it translates it into a very specific, commanding vibration. And finally, step 3, the PRU gets that vocal command, that vibration, as its final instruction and renders the reality that perfectly matches.
As Z says so perfectly, reality is not determined by thought. It is determined by the voice. The voice is the first materialization. Think about that. A thought is just a possibility, but the voice is the command that brings it into being.
And so this all leads back to us, right here, right now. If our voice is literally the final command we send to reality's rendering engine, well, then every single word we speak is a powerful act of creation. Which leaves us with a pretty important question, doesn't it? What reality are you speaking into existence at this very moment?
Thank you for listening. If this resonates with you, join the Echo and share the journey. We'll see you in the next episode.